So, welcome back to another talk about the newest Humble Choice bundle. This time I did call it a talk, and that's rather much on purpose, since I won't call it a review anymore, because a review means that you have a bit more understanding of the games than I have. So I'm going to call it a talk and something like that, I guess. So this time around there's a big a thing okay, I don't know what to call it. There's a thing that if you have the classic, as you can see here in the classic or premium subscribers, can get all 12 games this month. So if you have the classic plan or a premium subscriber, you can get all 12 games instead of just the 10 as if you're a classic, or I think 9 if you're a premium. So you get all of them. And also, because I've been a loyal subscriber to CEST, and here I also get the bonus game unlock, Vikings Walls of Midgard. I think you pronounce it like that. So in this bundle humble thingy, it has a lot of focus on simulation games and RPGs this time around, and also a bit of over in the horror department, I guess you can call it. So you have two bigger games, let's say like that. So you have Vampire and Call of Cthulhu, which are two, I think, rather big games with a which are RPGs. So this is I don't know how to say it, but a vampire simulator kind of thing, where you're a vampire and then that's just basically what you do. You go around and being a vampire. And this, I have to be honest, I haven't looked very much into it. I've just looked at pictures here because I want to play it blind when I get the time to do it. So, but it seems like it's an RPG game, like well, RPGs are most. Then we have this horror game here. It says it's a horror. I think it's more like an alternative horror game, where normally in horror games you have these dark colors, and this it's rather bright colors, and but I think it just gives, if you have seen Caroline the movie, it's a bit like that, I think, where you with the bright colors and stuff, and then as you get further into it, it gets a lot darker. And then we have this, which is an indie strategy game. You can see it like this. I think it's I don't know, it seems interesting, but I think it might be a point and click kind of strategy game. And then this game, it's a workshop simulator where you have to build your own workshop. I think it's kind of like all these other simulation games where you have to like build the different things and then get people to do the things, like 2 Point Hospital, I think, is a good thing to compare it with. Then also we have this one. I know I skipped one there. It's also a simulation game where you have to make there's weird contraptions here with which then are going to cook for you. It seems rather interesting, and it's a weird spin on the normal automation simulation games. Then there's this one. It's also a simulation game where you have two simulation RPG, I guess, where you have to manage your own spaceship in a random generated universe, which sounds rather interesting. This game it also says it's an indie strategy adventure simulation game, but I think it's called Through the Darkest of Times, and it's in 1933, I think. Yeah, 33, it says right there, right here. And so it's in World War II, and you are in Berlin, where you have to lead a small resistance group with Jews and Catholics and communists, two patriots who simply can't stand aside. So it's a simulation game where you are in World War II. So kind of interesting. It's a bit of a weird one. Then this one, I think it seems like it's a top-down, like game, kind of like GTA, I think, like top-down. It says right here, GTA Chinatown Wars plus Dukes of Hazzard plus X Time Splitters developers equals American Fugitive. So it seems like it's the combination for those games, but it seems rather interesting. Then we have this one. I think it's a horror game. Rather sure if you've seen. Look at this one. We're at school and you wake up at your school and something's weird, and it turns out that your teacher, I think this is your teacher, is trying to kill you or something like that, and then you have to go into school and maybe also outside in the district around the school. This one is a rather weird one. It's a co-op game, and you have to play, as I can see, you have to play it in co-op, when normally you don't have to. In some games like Portal, there's a big amount of it that is co-op, but you don't have to do it in co-op. But this one you have to, because if you go down to the requirements, it says additional notes, a working PC compatible microphone. So you have to have a microphone because you have to talk with the other player. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It seems like that's how it works, which is actually rather interesting, but that means you also have to have some friends you can play with. And the last game, I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. It seems like it's some kind of a visual novel where, well, yeah, visual novel, I guess that makes sense, right? I think that's about it. It's plays a private investigator Phyllis Cadence Malone in this historical 2D adventure game. So it says it's a 2D adventure game, but as I can see, it looks more like a visual novel. But if you start this one, don't say anything. Okay, so there is some aspects to it. Okay, but it has rather nice artwork to it, so that's cool. That's rather cool. But yeah, that's all the games this time around. Since as I said, I have the classic plan, I can get all 12 of these games, which is very, very cool. And also this one, so I can get 13 games for $12, which is rather nice. I tried to do this a bit quicker than normal, and also not going too much into the games, just talking about them. And if I have to give my honest view thinking of this one, I think it's actually pretty good. First of all, because I can get all 12 games, that's cool, but there's not really any of the games that I don't want to play. I have to be honest, I'm not really that much into horror games, but this one is not. It doesn't seem like it's too much like normal horror games where you have these scary monsters and all that. But it seems rather nice. And 2 big games, some smaller games, a couple animation simulation games, that's the one. So there's a lot of different things, but with the focus on the simulation and the RPG, which is, well, most of the games people play, so that's just how it is, I guess. But I think it's probably one of the better Humble Choice that has been, to be honest. As you can see here, there's this one, people didn't like the July one. June was rather okay. I did really like Surprise, and this one, I don't really think I've played any in the May or in the April. I did play this one a bit, and I already had this one, as you can see, I gifted it to someone else. So yeah, it's rather cool. It's rather cool. But I hope this, if you watched to this point, please consider giving your writing a comment about how you think of this style of video. I know I'm not quite sure about it, but I think I wanted to try it out, so here we go, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please make sure to like the video and even subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Also, if you want to see something different, there's a link in the description to my Twitch channel. And I think that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.